Wait, orientation is locked. Okay, so we have to do it this way. Hi, everyone! Okay, I'm on my couch because if you could see my sewing room, you would be very disappointed in me. I can't even get in there right now. Like, I cannot step foot inside my sewing space. So I'm going to get down on the floor. I'm going to push this backward. Okay. How is everyone? I hope you enjoyed the box. Where's my park hopper? I just had it. Oh my god, I'm a mess this morning. Total mess. I seriously just had my back. Can everyone hear me? Is everything going okay? I seriously just had it. Hi, Dee. Y'all. So country, that's Beth, right? From West Virginia. Remind me because it's been so long, y'all. So funny story. I'm looking around, all around me. You've seen it. For a park hopper, and my phone is leaning against the park hopper. So, hi, Liz. Hi, JP. Yay. Hi, Atreyu. So thank you so much for that. I cannot begin to describe to you the amount of love and effort and like dream come trueness that this box was. Like, I can't. Like, I told Lauren, I was like, I've had this idea for like 2 years, and one day maybe when I have the time, the space, and the money, I'll make it happen. And she's like, well, what is it? Tell me. So I described it to her, and she's like, let's do it. Like, this year, let's do it. I was like, yes. Anyway, all right. I gotta adjust a little. I'm gonna use my box of wheat things so that I can get my bag down. Because my dumbass. Okay. All right, so I figured we'd start with a bag tour of the park hopper bag because, you know, it is the 15th and I made everyone wait until today. So, I mean, I didn't make everyone wait today. You're free to do whatever you wanted, but, you know, this light, I have it behind me and I'm thinking maybe I should pull it this way. What do you think? Does it look okay? I don't know. Like I said, it's been a very long time and my brain is all over the place. Anyway, all right, park hopper. So this is your Eda window, your Eda pocket. And I've got like all of my pins. I even stole my daughter's Elemental pin. You've not actually seen Elemental yet. Oh no, you're still waiting to open it on Christmas. Sorry, spoiler alert. But so this is all of my, okay. So one of the reasons that I wanted to do something like this is because while I love Disney pins, as you can see, I have several. These little Mickey Mouse backs, they don't stay on for crap. And the locking pin backs are very long, and if you're wearing them on something, they like stab you. So with your window, even if the back falls off, it's falling off in here, so you're not gonna lose it, right? So you still have your pin back for all your pins. So these are my pins, and then so I have mine oriented. Oh, Atreyu, that would be amazing. I like both of them, and I can't find either. So on my personal Facebook page, I posted, I wouldn't do anything for a Klondike bar, but the things that I would do for a Christmas tree cake, because I can't find them here in California. I haven't had any this year. Anyway, I oriented mine to be worn on my left side because I'm left-handed. So I wanted my cup in the front when it's on my left side. So from the front, my cup is on the right side. Or no. Well, when you're looking at it, it's on the left, right? So when you're looking at it this way, the cup's on the left. But it's my cup. It's my pretty Christmas cup. They actually did an all purple one that's like purple and not like... Anyway. So the cup goes here. And then on this side, you've got your recessed zipper panel. And then a zipper pocket. And your zipper pocket will hold lots of things. I've got a pen in mine. And then the back is just plain. Now, here's where I have questions. I have considered adding a slip pocket to the back side. Just a standard slip pocket. And there's two ways that I'm considering doing that. Anyway, so that's one thing I want to add. Another thing I want to add is, hold on, let me grab it. This cup. This cup, this cup. You can buy them, but if you buy a pin and you're wearing it on a lanyard, and you're wearing them on a lanyard, and one of your pin backs falls off while you're walking through Disney, and your pin falls off and you don't notice, you've now lost a pin, and them things ain't cheap. Anyway, so if you've got like a cup like this, so this is Lauren's, obviously. I got the mint to purple because it's my jam. So these are essentially dupes for the Stanley 40 ounce. So if you've got one of those, or this cup, I want to add an option for the divider to have an opening. So it would be like a U-shaped opening in here that would allow for that handle. Now, that being said, the way that I have designed this bag and the size of that pocket, it will fit in there. But it's like misshapen. But it will fit. Like, it'll go in. And I did see somebody posted their makes. They made two already. Hers actually, there's a gap down here in her handle, like it doesn't connect to the bottom, and so it just slipped right over, and I was like, well, that's a fancy cup, but mine is this cup and it doesn't do that. So I'm gonna add an option for the divider so that it'll allow for these. What about the straw? I'm confused. Anyway, go ahead. I'll show you. Yes, to slip pocket. Okay, so then the slip pocket, I would do it so that you would only have, so it would be kind of like how the front is put together. So you would have a piece and then a piece. But this piece would be whatever your exterior is, especially if you're using jelly vinyl. And then down underneath of that, so what would be behind the slip pocket that you wouldn't really see unless the pocket was open, would be like water resistant canvas, or waterproof canvas, or cotton, or whatever your lining is going to be. And then it would also be on the inside, the back side of your slip pocket piece. That does two things. One, it keeps you from using a lot of your exterior fabric, and two, it makes it a little more domestic friendly. Takes some of that bulk out, which is why we changed the front a little from what it was originally. Hi Jen, good to see you. I saw that you moved again. It's like, dang. Yes, so that's another thing we're going to talk about towards the end of the video, is the pattern release. But anyway, so that's one thing. So I want to do that. Another thing that I am currently working on, and I have several in my house to do so. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab one. Let's not spill my water that's in my water cup. That's our hobby. That, I believe, is a more expensive hobby than sewing, or I've been crocheting recently as well. So that's a more expensive hobby. One sec. Ugh. Okay, so ears, because not everyone collects pins. I mean, I'm a huge pin person. I love pins. But I also love ears. So I'm going to create a pocket for ears instead of pins. So you'll have the option. You can do an ear pocket or a pin pocket, or you can do both. Yes, Disney is an expensive hobby. We currently are 2-ish hours. It depends on traffic. Depends on the day, the traffic. But we are about 2 hours from Disneyland. So yeah, that's expensive, especially when you can't get a key right now, which is what they call the annual passes here in California. We can't get them right now. They stopped selling them. Yeah, they stopped selling them, and that makes me very sad. Good morning. Good morning, Mary. Yeah, so I've crocheted for most of my life, but I made this little leggy froggy dude. And he's grumpy because his legs are crooked. So I made him grumpy. Anyway, I have been crocheting. So my aunt taught me how to chain one year. Over a summer at my grandmother's, she taught me how to crochet, and then she didn't teach me how to turn around. So for an entire year, I was just crocheting entire skeins of yarn in a chain. Yeah, so I bought this little leggy frog pattern. I have so many patterns right now, and I'm currently waiting on 3 different orders of yarn to come in. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, so what I thought about the ears is you could do ears instead of pins. If you don't do pins, you can do ears instead of pins, or you can do pins on the front, you can do ears on the back, you can do ears on the front, slip on the back, pins on the front, slip on the back, 2 slip pockets, 2 ear pockets, 2 pin pockets, whatever you want to do. It's entirely up to you, because I see this as sort of a choose your own adventure bag. You know, just having a bunch of different things. Oh, I'm also, don't mind her, she's bald, but I'm working on Rapunzel. I need to make her hair. Hair wigs are so much. Anyway, and I'm left-handed, so I have to remember to do them backwards. Anyway, so those are, oh, I also want to do a slip pocket on the inside. I want to do I want to figure out how to do a, Lefties Unite. I want to figure out how to do a single cargo slip pocket. I found one in another pattern, and I just didn't like the way that it looked, so I'm trying to work it out on my own. And then, hi Tracy. We're going to talk about that. So I want to do like a cargo slip pocket on the inside to kind of just keep your phone from bouncing around, because, you know, it can do that. And then I also thought about, and this is another thing I would like opinions on, I also thought about the option of adding card slots to the inside of the park hopper, so that you wouldn't necessarily need your wallet. You could just slide whatever cards you're going to use in there. And then go from there. So those are all of the little add-ons that I want to add to the pattern for the park hopper for release. Working on 2 shawls, 1 baby Afghan, and hair scrunchies. Hair scrunchies I haven't tried yet. I made so many Afghans, and then now I've discovered amigurumi, and I'm obsessed with amigurumi. It is so much fun. Most things don't take very long. This one has taken me quite a while, because I'm being very finicky with her, but anyway, I love Rapunzel. So that is the Park Hopper. And then the other pattern that you got in the box is the Small World Money Wallet. Again, this is my original prototype. And so it is dirty. I used the Luxe vinyl from Lauren because I really like that. It almost feels like suede, like real leather, like suede on the back. So I really like that for like holding all of my cards and stuff. But it holds a lot. Like my whole life is in this thing. Like I've got military ID, driver's license, debit card, credit card. That's the family section. Then I've got the business section, which has my business debit card. Also my passport card. And then I've got like just a bunch of other random stuff. Jen, they did. The boxes all sold out. Funny story, they sold out in like 13 hours. I was surprised. Happily so, but surprised. We sold the final box like 13 hours after the boxes went on sale. And then we had a couple of partial boxes that I put together. They were missing things here and there, and those sold out. Like, overall, I was happily surprised that everything sold out. Like, I was really worried that it wasn't as good an idea as I thought, and we were going to be trying to hawk these boxes in like March. So I'm glad that y'all proved me wrong and took a chance on something completely blind. The last box was probably mine. I really, really love. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about. The wallet. So one thing I want to add, as a military spouse, I have to have my ID ready and all the time. Even going to the gas station, because there's no gate to get to the gas station. They don't check your ID before you get to the gas station. When you get out of your car to pump gas, sometimes, not every time, but sometimes there is someone there to check your ID before you can pump your gas. So I want to put I want to add a little thing, directions on how to add a little card slot or ID slot on the back. So military ID, it's gross and I don't like it. Anyway, and then, Jen, we really, really do. We really, really do. Yeah. They're not there all the time. I'm like, sometimes you roll up in there, you pump your gas, and you're gone, and there's not even anyone in the little shack thing that they have in the gas station. Because we have a mini next behind it, and then like one of those like auto shop things attached. Anyway, there's not even always a person there to check your ID. So it's because it's cheaper than everywhere else in town. But anyway. Oh, thank you. It's actually got hold on. Because Allie did such a great job on my hair, I'm gonna show you. It's got green. Oh gosh, I need to like brush this crap out. It's got greens and teals and purples and blues, and oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. It needs washed and and everything else. But thank you. Anyway, so another thing that I am thinking about doing, yeah, Allie did amazing, is adding a little, to the back two pieces, adding a little D-ring connector, or like, the little keychains that people use for, embroidered, in the hoop, key tab, what do they call those things again? Snap tabs. The little hooks that they add for adding just a little connector for that right here, so that you could just attach it to your keys, something like that. On here, I'm thinking about adding that in. Is there key fob? Thanks, Sydney. Words are hard. I'm not, my only worry about an eyelet is that it would cut into your card space. Because this is like perfect, like as you can see, like that's a card. So I'm worried that if you were to put an eyelet in it, unless you did it on the flap itself right here, that it would cut into your card pieces. So that's why I was considering just adding a little connector into that seam. The other thing that you could do if you wanted is, and something I'm going to attempt on one, is using one of like a woven label right here and using that to kind of put maybe a split ring through to put it on your keys or attach it to something. That's another idea. So those are all like different ideas that I have for ways of making this a little more like attach it to your keys, attach it somewhere else. Yes, so I'm worried about an eyelet that it would cut into. But yeah, I guess you could put it on the flap. If you put it, so if you put it right here, it would sit here. And again, mine has my whole life in it, so it's pretty thick. It's actually very flat. It's actually very flat when it's empty. Mary, they are not currently, but they will be soon. No. Oh, okay. That's weird. But yeah, we could put and you could put an eyelet there. That would be my recommendation, is to put it above the last pocket. I've never actually made the Triskele wallet. I think I have the pattern, but I never made it. I'll have to go and look. I think I know what you're talking about, though. And then the other thing is when, sorry, I'm getting over the flu. When Lauren made hers, she didn't use a spring snap. She used one of her little 10 millimeter magnetic snaps. So she actually created a like a lining piece on the inside of hers so that she could put that snap in and you not see the prongs. And then she also did that for this front panel piece. It's, yeah. But now I'm gonna have to go look at the Triskele and see what Nico has done. Yeah. Okay. Does anyone have questions about pattern, the two patterns, before I get to pattern release and one more announcement about the pattern release? Does anyone have questions about the pattern? Does anyone have suggestions for the pattern? Anything at all before I get into the pattern release? So for the park hopper, I have used cotton. I have used jelly vinyl for the exteriors. I've used water resistant canvas for the lining on all of them. I actually would recommend, because you're putting a cup in it, using water resistant canvas or waterproof canvas for your lining. Because you're putting a cup in it, you're putting fluid in your cup. So having something like that would be the best idea. For the little wallet, I have done them in jelly vinyl. I have cork that I want to try. I haven't done it in cork yet. I do know that Amber from Crafty Reporter made one out of cork, and it looked really cute. And then this is the Luxe Vinyl from Mormino. Now, the wallet does need to be made out of non-fraying material, and preferably something that you're okay seeing the back side of. So I'm not the biggest fan of fuzzy back vinyl, so I wouldn't use a fuzzy back vinyl for this wallet because I wouldn't want that. It's gonna wear. I worry that it would wear down and wear weird and not look cute. Mary, yes, I can show off the Park Hopper one more time. Jen, just hold tight right there. Anyway, so this is the Park Hopper. Oh, I didn't put my Ita insert back in. Oh, so just by itself, this is the Ita insert that'll hold pins. I won't say all your pins because I don't know how many pins you have. This one is my favorite. It is my Disneyland Starbucks, which my partner thought I was insane for purchasing, but whatever. Okay, so that is it inside. It's perfect little Ita window on the front. I put the tag from Jade at Heartwood and Hyde up here on the front. Because I made this at Lauren's, I didn't have any of my own like Sublime Miscellany tags, so I put that up there. Yeah. Anyway, and then this is just the back. It's just plain. The sides are just nothing. But I am going to add a slip pocket option back here. Okay. And then the crossbody strap. And then on the inside, you have your water cup pocket. And then on this side, you have a recessed zipper panel. And then on the inside, you have a zipper pocket. And then this side is blank, but I am working on cargo slip pocket to go on that side. Okay, so I will have a very, and when I say very, I mean there are less than 20. When this pattern goes up for sale, which I'll give that date in a moment, I will have less than 20 bag kits that will include all of the supplies to make the bag. It won't come with any of the extras that were in the box. It won't come with like the notebook. It won't come with the pen. But it'll come with a roll of the vinyl. It'll come with a roll of the water resistant canvas. It'll come with the webbing, the zipper tape, and the binding. So it'll come with some of this. It'll come with your lining fabric, your exterior fabric, and your webbing. I think, and I don't remember because it is currently on its way to me from Mormino. The box with all of that stuff in it is currently on its way to me from Mormino. But I think it might also come with the hardware kits for that. And a copy of the paper pattern, which has errors, which make me very sad. But anyway, so I will be offering those. Hi, Anne-Marie. Mary, I am actually adding a slip pocket to the back, and you could just duplicate the front panel on the back panel if you wanted another zipper pocket on the back. It doesn't have to be the clear. You could do it in any other vinyl. Yeah, you could do that. I can give instructions on how to do that to make it a little less bulky if you're going to do a non-Ita window on the other side. But there will be an optional slip pocket for the back with or without a magnetic snap closure on it. Your choice if you want to add it. I could also make that a zippered pocket. I have lots of ideas, lots of ideas of things that I want to add to the pattern and like whatever. Also, if you bought the box, if you have the box and you will be receiving the night before the pattern launches, you will receive an email from me, sublimemiscellany@gmail.com, that will have a list of all of the add-ons that are going to be included. It will also have a one-time use per account, and you will need to use the email that you used for the box. On my website, you need to make sure that those emails match, because the code that will be included in there to give you both of the patterns for free on my website, the email that you use to buy the box will also need to be the email that you use on my website to purchase the patterns, because that code is going to be locked to those emails, single use. Because I just want to make sure that I'm not giving out the pattern for free to a bunch of other people. So the last little bit that I wanted to talk about before I hop off of here, and I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me for 30 minutes on this beautiful Friday morning, or at least it's beautiful where I am. I don't know about where you are, is the release date. And I am giving this to you because I need to give myself a kick in the pants, and having a release date out there gives me a deadline. And it's like, instead of me just saying early 24, which could be sometime in the first 3 months of the year, I'm going to say, here's the date, and then I have a deadline, and I have to get it done by then. So this is going to give me the kick in the pants that I need to, one, get my sewing room in order so that I can get all of these little things worked out and finished, and two, it's going to make sure that I get it to you in a reasonable amount of time. Anyway, okay, so the release date for the pattern, well, actually, I'm going to release them both at the same time. The release date for the patterns is going to be January 15th, 2024. I don't have an exact, like, time nailed down, but it will be that day. And then the day before that, if you purchase the box, you will get an email from me that will have all of the details about how to get your pattern for free for purchasing the box, because you should. Because the pattern that you received, the pattern that received in the box was written with the box in mind. So there's things that you didn't have to cut because we did that for you. And there were just different ways of doing things that you won't necessarily need to do, because there will be other steps that you'll have to do because we didn't do them for you, is kind of what it is. Yeah, so I wanted everyone to kind of have the pattern exclusive to them for, a month or so, and then release it to the public, because I knew I was going to be getting questions every day. When is the pattern coming? When is the pattern coming? When is the pattern coming? So I didn't want it to be exclusive for too long. Yes, it will be available on my website, which is sublimemiscellany.com, sublimemiscellany.com. And I just have to say that for all of you that purchased the box, thank you. I've loved seeing all of the love and just overwhelming support that it's gotten. I'm loving seeing how much everyone is excited to get the pattern. Those who didn't get the box are excited to get the pattern. Tracy, yes. So does anybody not know the story of how this bag pattern came to be? Because Disney is kind of a big thing. and kind of a huge part of where this pattern came from. Um, so if you don't know the story and would like to hear it, I would love to tell you. So just let me know. Um, Listen, I'm an hour and a half, 2 hours away, and it it's so hard to not go all the time. But then the money is like, do you know how much it costs to go to Disney for a day? Um, anyway, okay. So, okay. So I will tell you the story because it is like my favorite thing because my partner is my favorite person on the planet. Anyway, okay, so Park Hopper. So my partner and I in July of 22, we were at Disneyland, just the two of us. The mother-in-law had the kids for 2 weeks, and we decided we're gonna have some adult Disney time. So, um, and we were walking around. I had made her an H2O to go in Merida fabric because Merida is her favorite. And so she was carrying that, and I was carrying a Catalina crossbody in Rapunzel fabric and Tangle fabric because that's my favorite. And she didn't have anywhere to put stuff. Like, she switches between glasses and sunglasses. And so whenever we would go in somewhere, she would switch and she didn't have anywhere to put the other one. So she didn't have anywhere to put stuff. And in my Catalina, I didn't have anywhere to put my bottle of water that I was carrying around. So I was like, wouldn't it be cool if there was a bag that was like these two smushed together? And so that's what I did. I was like, it would be really cool if there was a bag that like held your cup and, held all your stuff, but it was just a crossbody, not a backpack. Because sometimes you don't need a whole backpack. It was just me and Kit at the park, and we didn't need a whole backpack because it was just us. We didn't have a bunch of kid crap to carry. So I was like, wouldn't it be awesome? So we literally walked around Disneyland the rest of that day, just the two of us, designing this pattern in my head and coming up with the name. And I decided on the name Park Hopper while we were still at the park. And then I had to look it up to make sure that I could, because if you look at anything Disney that says Park Hopper, it says trademarked. So I looked up the trademark. Like, I went this far. I looked up the trademark. And they only hold the trademark on the words Park Hopper when it comes to amusement park tickets, nothing else. So I was okay to use it for the name of my bag pattern. And this is the Small World mini wallet. So like my theme for my bag patterns, because I am a huge Disney nerd. I am a Disney adult. I will kill for Disney. All of my patterns will have Disney adjacent names. Like, if you are a big enough Disney fan, it's like Sincerely Jen with her pattern names. If you know Friends, you get the references. If you don't, maybe not. But for me, it'll be like that too. Like, it's if you know Disney, you'll get it. I'm trying to decide on the name for my next pattern, which is another crossbody, but much smaller. It won't carry a cup. It'll it's just a little crossbody. Initially, I was gonna call it the Alex bag because it's like it's like the bag, the everyday carry bag that I would create for myself. Like, I would go and buy for myself. Oh crap! Okay, my box of crackers was letting me down. Okay, I'm gonna put the cup from Lauren behind it. Okay, it's the bag that I would design for myself. But I don't want to call it the Alex bag anymore. I want it to give it a Disney adjacent name. So the Hey Hey Crossbody. That's funny. Boat snack. Anyway, but that is kind of where I'm at. So I gotta come up with a name. He's small and compact and makes the damn movie. He does. The chicken lives. And so yeah, so all of my bag patterns will have Disney adjacent names because Disney nerd. Um, okay, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else before I hop off? Any other questions? Last minute questions? Oh, sorry, I did see Tracy asked, "Does my partner sew?" Was that Tracy? I think that was Tracy. No, it was Sydney. Cindy. She does sew, but she doesn't sew bags. She is getting into sewing clothing and doing costuming. She actually made the kids' Halloween costumes this year, and they turned out phenomenal. Um, I was so proud of her. They came out so great. And so yeah, so she wants to get into like costuming and stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. You do the clothes, I'll do everything else. Cause yeah. Yeah, so we're kind of a cohesive little team. And she also does 3D printing, and she's wanting to put some 3D printing stuff on my website, which I said, no, that's fine because she's co-owner of the LLC. George and Ginger, no, but I will let her know about those. So for the kids' Halloween costumes, she had to do like Google search and try and find because that was a whole thing. Um, and then, but she's looked at like, she does like the patterns for pirates, and stuff like that she's looking at. She made me, or she started making, it's not finished. She made me a hoodie and everything too. Cricket crossbody bag, go old school. Cindy, so my daughter went as Moon from Five Nights at Freddy's, and then my son was a Vault Dweller from Fallout. Fallout, I think he officially said he was from Fallout 4, and we put Vault 111 on his costume. But they were really cute. And if I wasn't on my phone, I would totally show you. Hold on, let me see if I can pull them up on my tablet. No. Sorry, I'm going to see if I can pull them up. Na, 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 na. My poor boy. Da, da, na, na. Hang on, I'm trying to find the pictures that we sent my mother-in-law. And like my daughter, oh my gosh, she pulled off like the whole attitude. Okay, so this is my daughter in her moon costume. The only part of that costume that I had a hand in was I did the little ombre die on the sleeves, and I did the silhouette cutting of all of the stars for the pants. So that's my daughter's costume, and then this is my son's Vault Dweller costume. And the only part in this I had was there's the numbers 111 on his back. And that's it. Oh, and he's wearing my Doc Martens, which would now be too small for him. We just bought him shoes that are 6.5 men's. I wear 5.5. She really did. Like, she did so great. I was so proud of her. She stressed herself out, but she did so great. I will make sure that she watches this and sees that y'all loved her work, because she gets very hard on herself. I'm like, listen, for someone who has sewn a grand total of 3 costumes, they look fantastic. You did a great job. And the kids love them. Like, my daughter thought she was the hottest thing on the planet. Because Dad made her costume. So yeah. All right. We really are. Like, let me just tell you. If I just went by what my own head tells me for anything related to my business, I would never have done anything. Like, this box wouldn't have happened. These patterns wouldn't have happened because I'd have been like, no, that's crap. Nobody's going to want that. I don't even know what I'm thinking. Oh my gosh, yeah, the kids loved them. Loved them. And made sure to tell her so. So yeah. Anyway, I've missed YouTube. I have missed being live. I have missed sewing with everyone. So my goal for 24 is to get back into the swing of doing videos, doing tutorials. I have more patterns in my head that I want to look at, and now that I have a major pattern under my belt, I've written a pattern, I know how to do all of it. Now I know how to make it an actual printable PDF pattern that, you know, I want to do more of them because now I know how. And it is a lot of work, a lot of work to do a pattern, but I really enjoy it. So I'll be working on that. You're amazing. Oh, thanks, Jen. Yes, to more videos. Okay. All right. And so with that, at 46 minutes for a short live, which for me, I guess is short, I am going to say thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for trusting me with this box. Thanks for being so excited about the pattern if you didn't get the box. And I will be back. I'm gonna set out a content calendar, and I'm gonna do a lot of things. I want to do more than just tutorials. I want to do some other bag making things. I want to do other videos. So many ideas in my head, and I had no time to do them this year, but I'm making it a priority for 24. Also, just a heads up, we do have a huge move, probably more than likely coming in 24, because she is getting out of the Navy, so we have to move because we cannot afford to stay in San Diego. So, Cindy, it is perfectly acceptable to not be a purple person because that just means there's more purple for me. Because, you know, the more people that don't like purple, more for me. More for me. Cindy, move to Sacramento? Maybe Sacramento. We are also looking at Oregon. Because the West Coast is safe, is a safe space. As a queer household, a very queer household, it is safe here. PCS, it's kind of that last move they give you when you get out. Melissa Martin, you're in Oregon. Ooh, where in Oregon? I think we're looking at, she was showing me houses in Eugene yesterday, which, as a Tangled fan, living in Eugene, Oregon would not be horrible. Can be near Portland. That's another place we're looking is Portland. She has a friend in Portland. Montana. Jen, funny story. Kit's mom's wife is from Montana, and they keep wanting me, like, they don't live there. They live in Charleston, South Carolina. But whenever she goes home and she sends pictures, especially in the winter, I'm just like, you can keep that. No. Hate that you have to worry about that when finding somewhere to live. Yes, I have to worry. I worry even here in San Diego, where I know she is legally protected. I worry about her leaving the house. every day. I worry about her leaving the house. As a trans woman, I worry about her leaving the house absolutely every single day. And so it would be nice to live somewhere where I worry, but I don't have any true fear that something will happen to her. See, I don't like I I like being cold more than I like being hot because you can always add more layers, but there's only a certain number of layers you can take off before it becomes indecent and you can't leave the house. Living in Florida gets crazier every yes. And I will not live in DeSatan State. They do okay, so Cindy, this is something that we were discussing. I'm okay with some snow. I am not okay with feet, multiple feet of snow. Like, put me on a rock in 100. No, 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 no. See, there's only so many things you can take off before it's like indecent. And you know, I have children. I have a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old. I can't just be walking around naked all the time. Not that I would want to do that anyway, but there's only so much you can take off before it's gross. You know, and they kind of frown on you walking around Target naked. So yeah, so we are a queer household. We have to be mindful of things like that. And so when you look at, there's a map that was put out that is like safe spaces. And if you look, it's like the West Coast, it's Colorado, New Mexico, nothing until you get to Illinois. And then Illinois is like this blue island in the middle. And then nothing until you get to like the Northeast. Well, the Northeast, that's way too much snow. Way too much snow. Colorado, 90% of that state is too much snow. I'm sorry, but if it snows in May, that's a problem. I can't handle it. That's too much. And so no to Colorado. New Mexico, it gets too hot. And so, oh, I've seen naked people walking around down here, like homeless people. I don't know what this dude was on, but holy crap. So yeah. So we are looking at West Coast. My kids want to experience snow, but I don't think they want to live where there's snow. Like lots of snow, like Montana level snow, Minnesota level snow. I don't think they want to live anywhere like that, but I think they want to just experience it because they've never been really around a lot of snow. We had a couple of dustings when we lived in Augusta, Georgia. But anyway, all right. Germany. Oh. I need to stay stateside. Otherwise, it would be somewhere in the UK. Another moderator. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, somewhere in the UK would be like absolute tip top dream. They do the same in Georgia. Fun fact. Yeah. And in Charleston, South Carolina, where I lived for 30 years. If there's even a threat that there might be an inch of snow, everything is shut down. Shut down. So Chelsea, speaking of Tennessee, we were looking at Chattanooga. But I just don't want to live in a red state. I really don't. I don't want to live in a red state because even though like in Florida, they actually have like 4.6% of the population of the state of Florida is LGBTQIA, which is hilarious. Which is one of the highest concentrations in the country. So like, even though there are places like in Florida, in pretty much every state, there are concentrations of them. The fact that the state as a whole either has no protections or even like laws against certain things, I can't. I can no. Exactly. So Tennessee is out. We have stricken Tennessee. So I don't know where we're going to end up, but we do have a big move sometime next year away from here, sadly, because I do love it here. Oh. What's the IA mean? IA? What? I'm confused. IA. Chelsea, are you uh up near Clarksville? Oh, Iowa. Oh, LGBTQIA. Oh, um, it's lesbian, intersex, and asex, and ace. Yes. Um, and the Q is there's actually two Qs. It's queer and questioning. Haha, Clarksville. So that's where my mother-in-law's family is from. Is from Clarksville. I was gonna go through them all because yeah. Yeah, so my partner's trans, I'm non-binary, my son thinks he might be like more gender fluid, which is totally fine. So yeah, we're yeah. My mother-in-law's family is from Clarksville, and every other year we're there for a family reunion. We were actually at Paris Landing for the last one. So, okay. Anything else y'all want to chat about before I hang up? I'm waiting on Kit to get home so we can go do the last little bit of shopping for the kiddos before they get out of school. Yeah, the politicians are definitely crap. Used to live in Clarksville. Aw. Oh, Chelsea, speaking of, how is everything going up there after that big hurricane we had, or not hurricane? Wow, my south is coming out. The tornado. Yeah, how is everything going up there with that tornado that went through? I'm gonna grab my coffee. I've missed just chatting with y'all, so forgive me if I'm just dragging this out. It's exploding. Whew. Yeah, we had to message everybody and make sure everybody was okay after that tornado. A lot of damage. It hit down the street for me, but it was... Oh, I'm glad. So Cindy, think about it this way. If you didn't know, like, you use they as a singular all the time. Everyone does. And they see, they just don't realize it. So, it's a thing that happens. Anyway, if you just if you think about, well, if you didn't know that, she was a she and you wanted to just make sure, like, you were just referring in general, you would say they. So just think about it that way. Because I use they, them pronouns. She's actually bringing it, eventually bringing it to San Diego because they are building a Gaylord here. 20 minutes from my house, my current house. You're doing what we call it. Yeah. 2 hours after everyone says bye, they finally leave. Yes. It has only actually been like 15 minutes, but We keep chatting, and I haven't chatted with y'all for forever. It needs to happen. School was let out for Christmas break early, and people were out of power for days. Oh, damn. I kid. Listen, I was born in Chicago, so I understand. Oh. And that's kind of how we are with my kid. It's like, listen, I knew what you meant. Listen, I don't care who you love. My only requirements are that they treat you with respect, the way that you should be treated, and that they make you happy. Everything else is not my business. I grew up in Kansas. Ooh, no. No. I couldn't live in Tornado Alley. One lesbian and one. Aw, that's awesome. Born and bred in Chi-Town. Okay, so technically I was born in Great Lakes. And that's exactly the way that it should be. It's exactly the way that it should be. It shouldn't, coming out shouldn't be a thing. Like, you should not have to announce to people, hey, I'm gay. It should just be like, hey, I met this person. Or hey, I met this guy. Or hey, I met this girl. You know what I mean? It shouldn't matter. And that is my LGBTQIA TED Talk. See? Same. Exactly. So, funny story. My daughter, who is 9, I have a couple of stories that I'm going to be like, okay. Thanks for letting me know, because I've known since you were 3. Because you know how little kids, like 2, 3 years old, sometimes up to 4, they can, like, they'll say, like, little girls, I want to marry daddy when I grow up. No, my daughter wanted to marry me. So, and that's crap. She shouldn't have had to have any worries about it. It should have just been, my aunt won't even give my son a pink cup to drink from. It's a cup. It's literally a cup. Like, listen, and when it comes to clothes, I buy my kids what they want. Like, my daughter, she is going through a joggers phase. Probably my fault, because I'm also in my joggers phase. But, like, she doesn't like the ones in the girls' department. She likes the ones in the boys' department. So guess what? She gets the ones in the boys' department. She gets the pants that she wants. Because you know what? If I buy her the pants she wants, she'll wear them. If I don't buy her the pants she wants, she won't wear them, and then I've wasted money. So, clothes don't have genders. We will have her high school diploma and a college. Oh, yay. Oh. They are more comfortable from the boys' department, and they have pockets. Pockets. All of my pants are from the men's department. I don't buy pants in the women's department. Occasionally I'll buy pajama pants from the women's department, but that's it. Only if they have pockets. I love blue and refuse to wear dresses. Well, I hate pink and refuse to wear dresses. Like, I loved my wedding dress that I married my partner in, but I hate dresses, and I was uncomfortable because I was in a dress all day. And that's a funny story, now that my partner, is now going and wearing pants from the women's section. She's like, it can't fit in these pockets. And I'm like, Welcome to women's department. Yeah, so these are hers. These are rose gold, and these are hers. These are her ears. I will never come at anyone for whatever their favorite color is. I just do not have that same color. Yes. So my bridesmaids dresses, theirs had pockets. And we got married in 2011. I have pants that I got rid of that were from the women's department that the front pockets were sewn closed. The heck is all that about? The front pockets. Why would you sew the front pockets closed? And now I've lost everything. Okay. Okay. Let me double check that she has not messaged me, that she is on her way and I have missed it. Da 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 da. Okay. Okay, sorry, I was just checking my messages. Okay. For shipping purposes? Huh. Just to fall short in the end, yes. Carts are the litmus test of people's brains. On whether or not you're a good person. Do you put your cart back? Do you take your cart to a cart corral or put it back in the store? Or do you just leave it? I've lost my lip gloss. My lips are so dry. So things don't fall in the pot. Oh! Okay, I can kind of see that. Put it back every time. Yay! Do y'all want to see what my sewing room looks like right now before I go? Just promise not to cry because it's bad. It's bad right now, y'all. Real bad. All right, let me turn the light on. Can I turn this camera around? Nope. Oh, yep, I sure can. All right, you ready? I'm standing at my desk, which is the entrance to my sewing room, which, by the way, my sewing room is in the middle of the downstairs. Anyway. Turn around. Oh, okay, look. So all of this. There she is. Look at her over there, so sad. She's got a vitamin water on her. Oh. Okay, so what happened was I had a 2x4 Calyx unit down there, and then I inherited a second one for all of my yarn. So I had to take all of the stuff that was on top of this one off and put it on the floor so that I could put that one, and then I just haven't gotten around to put everything back up. So, yeah, when you come to here, like, this is the entrance to my sewing area. Yep. It's an explosion of creativity. My partner finds lots of things wrong with my explosion of creativity. I've got like extra box stuff. Oh, this is part of my stuff. Okay, I also have, I'm going to flip this around again for anyone who hasn't seen. I also have a 5x5 over here that has fabric on it, but I am like purging a crap ton of fabric off of it. I am purging a crap ton of fabric off of there and getting rid of a bunch of stuff that I just know I'm never going to use. And I'm trying to figure out the best way of getting it out of my house without... I would like to try and get some of that back, some of that money back, but I don't know. I've just got so much crap in here, and like extra rainbow snaps and a pair of the scissors that came in the box. So much crap! And this is why I haven't sewn or done anything in there. No, that was unexpected. Anyway, okay. I think I'm gonna sit on the couch for a minute and say goodbye. Well, I don't use that much cotton fabric. And what I do use 99% of the time is from Lauren. So why do I have all of that other stuff? The only fabrics besides Lauren's and some of the other custom stuff that I have up there, like I've got one piece fabric up there, that I won't get rid of is my Tula Pink. I will never ever get rid of my Tula Pink. I would like to make a sewing machine cover. The thing is, a lot of it is like the licensed stuff, and it's not something that she would really use, so I don't know. Hopefully soon, Jen. Hopefully. But love you. See you later. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna go because it's now been an hour and 12 minutes, and I was thinking like 30. So I'm really gonna go this time. Just final thing, I'm working on adding some add-ons to the Park Hopper pattern. Park Hopper pattern will be released at some time during the day. Excuse me, stupid flu. On January 15th, 2024. Make up boxes and auction them. I thought about making up boxes and just like listing them for like a medium flat rate box is like $60 shipped or something, 75 shipped, and just listing them all that way, and just be like, here, they're blind boxes, do with what you will. But anyway, so that's a plan I have. I thought about putting them on my website and like being like, hey, go on my website. There are blind boxes of personal de-stash fabric for $75 shipped. Okay, well then I'll do that. I'll list them on my website. I'll work on getting those done over Christmas break because my plan is to have that room ready to go by January 1st. Thanks, Rebecca. Yes, they do. I've seen that too, especially if you say they're like licensed and they're not just a bunch of the cheap Joann fabric. The cheap Joann fabric, I would probably do $60 shipped for a box, and then like the licensed stuff would be like 75. Add-ons will not be an additional purchase. They will just be contained within the retail release of the pattern. They will not be an additional purchase. The only time I would do an additional purchase for an add-on was if it was like a major undertaking for the add-on itself. But none of the add-ons that I'm doing are going to be major undertakings. It's just a different front pocket. It's an added-on slip pocket. It's different pockets to put on the inside. It's a different divider for a different kind of cup. So no, they will not be additional purchase, but they will be. So like you'll have your main instructions for like the Park Hopper as it is now. And then at the end of the pattern, there will be like, hey, add-on for this, and this. So January 15th, 2024, I will figure out an exact time. It'll probably be around 10 a.m. my time, so Pacific Standard Time, because that just seems to be like a good time. It's about 10 a.m. And then we'll go from there, and I am so excited that y'all are excited, and I'll see y'all again real soon. Thank you for hanging out with me, and here's to more in 24. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope you stay safe, happy, healthy, and get everything that you're hoping for. Thanks, y'all. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.